Hello and welcome to Ambi Marie Knits. My name is Amber. This is episode 25. You can find me on Instagram and Ravelry as Ambi Marie Knits. Today we've got some finished objects. Okay, just one small finished object. I do have some new cast-ons, a little bit of acquisitions, and some other fun stuff to talk about. First off, we're going to jump into what am I wearing? My Power Rangers shirt. I've had this for years. I love it. You all know when your kids are little, they all have that one show they kind of get stuck on. I was very thankful mine got stuck on Power Rangers. And he's 18 now, but there's still a special spot in my heart, especially since I came out when I was in high school. So with that being said, let's jump into the knitting. So first finished object, just in time for it being, oh, by the way, it is Friday the 13th of October. So, yay, very spooky. We have this cute spooky bat. Sorry, Spooky Batty Bat is the name of the pattern. I don't know who the designer is, to put it down below. But look how cute she is. He is. A little bit wonky. I was supposed to block the wings before I sewed them on. I did not. The eyes are kind of wonky. Yes, this is crochet, not knitting. I actually have more crochet to show in a little bit as well. Yarn is FionaKayKnits in the color Jawbreaker, which is one of the best shades of pink there is. Like, it's just so cute. And just look. I don't know. It was fun. Only took me a couple hours to make. Just regular stuffing in there. Probably make more. It was worth it. I just wanted to have a little thing. Oh, speaking of spooky and pink. Teresa, Pretty Twisted Yarns, is doing the Spooky But Keep It Pink Mouth. This, of course, did get entered in it because it's spooky. It's pink. So, yeah, that's pretty fun. That's the only finished object for this week. But I have worked on some stuff. So, we'll talk about the rest of the list. So, let's keep going with whips. So, as far as previous cast-ons that you've seen, okay, I know acquisitions are supposed to be their own separate segment, but when your whips are in your new acquisitions, because you had to switch stuff around, you just kind of do it in the middle of things. So, acquisitions, I got some new bags in. Well, I ordered one bag. So, I ordered this bag. This is a cute hedgehog snap bag by Gingersnapfibers. And it's cute, perfect. It's got a sock in it. I'll show you that in a second. Actually, I'm going to show that right now. So, there's more to this story, though. Just bear with me. So, I got a hoe. Finished the first sock. Yarn is Pretty Twisted Yarns in a one-of-a-kind colorway, 75-25 base. She does not have. She was testing it. Gorgeous colorway, though. Absolutely love it. Sock 1 done. Sock 2. So much for segments. Life stuff. My job did something really cool that I don't think they do very often. We got to go watch a movie and get paid while we were doing it. So we went to the movie theater right by my job and we watched the original Clue, you know, the 1985 Tim Curry. Definitely love some Tim Curry. So I decided to try and knit a sock. I just did 2 rows on this. I messed up a little bit in here, but it's fine. I got that and I got to right here during the movie. Not a lot, but at least a little bit. But that's the sock. Again, Gingersnapfibers. Bag is awesome. Very excited to have a snap bag. I don't know. I've just been wanting one. I don't like it. Next whip. Next up is new cast-ons. We're going to continue the whole acquisitions portion thing, though. So I ordered this bag in September. It said that the printing label was shipped in the 1st. And I didn't get it till yesterday. That's a long time, but sometimes shipping takes a while. Wasn't worried about it. I knew I would get it eventually. I wasn't in a hurry for it. Didn't worry about it. Well, when I got it yesterday, not only did it have this bag that I'd ordered in it, Mary of Gingersnapfibers is amazing. She included Halloween gnomes. Not just the zipper bag, but the fun little, you put your ball of yarn in there. Kind of like a, I don't know, yarn cozy. I don't know what you want to call them. but it's cute. Look at this. It's adorable. And I do want to note, I didn't show it on the other one, all of her bags also have this really cool spot. You can clip stitch markers or whatever on there. I just always keep them. But yeah, that's my acquisitions in the middle of whips. It's fine. But back onto whips. 2 new cast-ons I've had. This one's the most recent, but it was with the bags that were showing it. I know I've talked about I was going to cast on a sweater for my son for Christmas. Finally cast that on last night. Pattern is out of this. This is Stitch and Bitch by Debbie Stoller, Son of Stitch and Bitch. I love the Stitch and Bitch books, like especially if you're learning to knit or getting into knitting. I know they're from the mid-2000, early 2000, whatever. I don't know. I like them. But the pattern in here is this. This doesn't have any like true pattern information. I'm gonna hide that. This is Pub Crawler. So I am heavily modifying this pattern. So it is knit flat in pieces. And I think I'm going to be okay with that. But I changed the cable pattern. It's one that has like the space in the middle. I don't like that. So I just want kind of like a standard twist. So I am using Cascade Yarns 220 Superwash Merino. I got this at One City Market when they had a big sale. I think I have like 11 skeins of it, which should be plenty. So this is where I'm at. Like I said, I'm pretty much using it for the numbers. So I made up this cable pattern, just a 6 cable with a left twist. Okay, the left twist is kind of funny, I think. I do that because I don't use a cable needle when I cable, unless it's like a really, really big cable. But the way I do it, left twists are easier for me to rearrange the stitches. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to do a left twist. And I got thinking about it. My son is left-handed. So I also think it's kind of cool that I'm doing a left twist cable for a left-handed person. So yeah, I did a couple inches of 2x2 rib and then did the cables. I messed up a little bit because like I took the stitch count from the pattern and then making my own cables. I didn't leave enough selvage. That's going to probably cause a little bit of problem when I sew it together, but we're going to roll with it and see what happens. But yeah, I'm excited. I only have like 11 more inches, 12 more inches to go, which is technically a lot, but I'm excited about doing this in pieces so I get that sense of I finished a thing every time I finish a piece, even though I do have to sew it together, but I think it'll be okay. So that's my new cast on. And I apologize, I'm a little scatterbrained today. I am not doing things in the order I would have preferred to have done them. But it should still work out. So next up, we're going to go with the other new cast on. That's a whip. And then we have another whip you've seen before. And that'll get that taken care of. So the next new cast on, story time again. I didn't want to knit for a little bit. Like the whole Stephen West thing, that was not something I was expecting. I'm not saying I'm not going to make the Stephen West MCAL for the Geo Gradient. I might. I'm just putting it on hold right now. But I didn't want to knit. I also have the Tilly B Knits Haunted House MCAL going on. I stopped at day 5. I don't want to do color work, and it's a color work cowl. It's beautiful. I've watched my friends making it, and it looks so good. I will probably finish it someday. Probably not this month. But since I was kind of like, I don't want to knit so much, what do? Well, I'm still going to make something. I'm not going to not make something. So I decided to crochet. Then I got this idea of like, oh, I have, my sister has kids. I'm going to have them Christmas presents. Let's go ahead and make them all crocheted blankets. I would like to get these crocheted blankets done, I don't know, by December 1st because Advents are going to happen and December's booked already. So I decided to make granny square blankets for all 4 kids. I'm actually almost done with one of them. So I am making 12-inch granny squares, 11 to 12 inches, something like that. 10 round granny squares. I am using a 5.25 millimeter hook, which says it's a size I. When I got on Ravelry to put it in there, they don't have a 5.25 millimeter, so a little bit confused over that, but it works. So granny square, yarn is from Joanne, Big Twist Value. This one's in white. this is for my nephew that loves pandas. So this one is going to be black and white. I did find a pattern for like a jungle blanket, and it's just a blanket that has a whole bunch of animals like in the middle of the granny squares. I'm pretty sure I'm going to get that, and like each blanket's going to have one square with the animal. I'll put a picture of that blanket here and link it below. But I have made, okay, I'm doing them 4x5, which is approximately going to make, I maybe do a border as well. But I'm looking for roughly 50x60, something like that. Like, they're still kids. Sorry, I'm still grabbing squares. I have this done. So I have 15 squares done. So I have 4 plain ones and the one fun one left to do. I've got, oh, where's my hook? I don't know where my hook went. I got this much done on this one this morning. So it's coming along pretty good. I figured each square takes me 45 minutes to an hour depending on how distracted I am. So really, where is that? Here, bud. Really, that's about 20 hours of granny squares. Now, obviously, there's going to be more work. I think to sew it together, I'm not going to sew it. I think I'm just going to crochet them together, like just slip stitch them together, probably in a contrasting color. So hopefully next week I have this one done. And I'll be able to show it off and I've started the next one. We'll see. Okay, one last whip. I did work on it a little bit. So the Stephen Westmoreland Magic Shawl that I started using my scraps. I did get just a little bit done. Not a lot. Last week, I think I was there trying to get better at moving markers. So just a couple rows of seed stitch. Still not done with this section. I'm not in a hurry. This is scrappy. It'll get there when it gets there. And that is all of those projects. Next up, oh, more acquisitions. I'm not going to show it because I don't want to spoil anybody, but I've got a little bit of stuff coming for December. Well, I got a couple people from international, and they shipped it on July. My goodness. They shipped it on October 1st, and I got them this week. So I got the Book of Spells 4-week Advent from Hannah from the Corner of Craft, link her below. So that's 4 full skeins, one for like each Saturday in December, I think, and then a stitch marker. Can't wait to open those. I don't know what I'm going to make with them. Don't have plans for the Advents I got in. I don't actually have plans for yet, but I'm still excited to have them. The other one I got in was Woolly Mama, and oh my gosh, I opened it, like, just to look at the packaging and whatnot, and it's so pretty. Like, I can't wait to open that one. I think I'm going to try Vlogmas. I don't know how that's going to go, but I really do want to. I have so many Advents I'm opening, and I want to just show everybody the cool things I'm getting, just in case they didn't get the same one. So, we'll see what happens come December. But that's all of my projects and my acquisitions. Next up, this is just showing off other people's stuff is really what I'm doing here. So my friend Anna at work, TangledRainbowCrochetCo, I'll link her below. She's really cool. She makes way better reels than I do anyways. But she bought some yarn, doesn't have a yarn winder, so I'm going to wind up some yarn for her. Don't know exactly what she's making yet, but we're going to show these off. So I get to wind these up for her. This is some Grainbow from Pretty Twisted Yarns. And TangledRainbowCrochetCo, Rainbow, it goes together. So I'm going to wind both of these up for her. This is DK, the Posh DK from Pretty Twisted Yarns. So I'm excited. I may not get to use it, but at least I still get to touch it. And the other one she's got, I think she may make a baby sweater out of this. I'm not sure. This is Laura from Always Be Kind Yarn. And this colorway is I Miss You on the DK Squish Base. It's so pretty. I'm pretty excited to wind this up. See what it looks like in a cake. So those are things that aren't mine, but I still get to play with. That is all of the yarn type content that I have. A little bit of life stuff. We were planning on going to Hohokam this afternoon, but the weather kind of got weird. Like, it's getting better now, but it was like really cold and rainy this morning. Sun's starting to come out now, but we're going to postpone that probably for a couple of weeks. I'm still intending to vlog it when we go, just when that gets here. And other life stuff, I made baklava today. Baklava, not quite sure how to pronounce it correctly. All I know is I know how to make it. I will link the recipe below. I'm also going to put a video of the sizzle. So, if you don't know what baklava is, it is a Mediterranean dessert. It is phyllo dough and butter with nuts with cinnamon. Like, you can use pretty much any kind of nuts you want to, with some cinnamon. And then once you layer all that together, you make a sugar, water, honey, vanilla. It's supposed to have lemon zest. I've never used that before though. And then once it's done cooking, you pour the sauce over and it sizzles. So, video of it. Sizzling is going to be right here. But it is delicious if you haven't made it yet. It's not hard. It's a little bit time consuming. Like, there is work involved in it, but it's not actually hard to make, especially the recipe that I use has very simple ingredients. And that's it for this week. So tell me what you're working on. I love the comments. I love everybody who leaves me a comment. It does make me feel special. Tell me what you're working on this week. Do you have fun Halloween plans? You got anything going on for this month? And of course, like, subscribe. Do appreciate that as well. And I do want to thank everybody for watching. Just have a great weekend.